Well, hello, my lovelies. Today I'm going to be finishing some postcards that I started quite some time ago. These are amongst my discoveries of things that I hadn't done. I came across a little bundle of bits and pieces like this. Got something done there, nothing on that one, so that's got to be a back. There's something on there, but oh, there's no back on there either. Okay. So that's even more unfinished. So I've done some and I thought we'd do one together just so that you can see the process. But I thought these would make lovely little postcards to go inside journals, either as flips, not that way because I've got postcard thing there, either as flips or as in big pockets or just tucks or whatever. But little notepad, it had the word notes on side of it there, I think. No, it's on top. Yeah. And I've just cut them out. Oh, sorry about that. I went down below. But I've cut them out, glued them onto here, coloured them with some ink to match the little bird, little flower, little piece of music, little saying, and little piece of ribbon on this one. And then I have hand-drawn the postcard thing on the back of it just to make it look good. So I've done that on most of them. This one I cut down so that it could go into something that way or into a tuck, just not quite as wide. And I didn't put the postcard thing up there. I didn't think it warranted it. This one was big enough to have the postcard on the back. I messed up here. I used wet glue to put the vellum on because I'd only just done that little piece in the center with wet glue and it had stuck beautifully, but all the ends were lifting, so I had to stick them down. And this one came out of a vintage scrapbook. It was a printed book that, I don't know when it came out, I've got no idea. But I loved the old Resident. It is just lovely with a beautiful, it just reminds me of an outback Australian home, that the early settlers would have built. Put a little border around it, put it onto a book page, and another little lined page on the back for some journaling. And this one was so pretty. I just loved it. I worked out that I could put some double-sided tape around the edge of the vellum and it sticks down so much better because I haven't got any vellum glue. Well, I do have, but I'm not sure where it is. And it's a spray one, so I've got to go outside and do that. But that one was just a little piece of something that I'd cut out from another page of cut aparts and the postcard information on the back. So let's get to and do one, shall we? Now I've got some lace because once again the vellum isn't stuck down all the way around. It'll be okay on the sides, but the top and bottom could lift when you're putting it into somewhere. So I've got all these little bits and pieces ready to go. That I will stick on. Actually, I might do that now so that it is done. And I won't have to worry about doing the bulky stuff later. Let's move you down there so that I can show you my work up here. Yeah, you're getting the whole lot today, even the putting on of the double-sided tape. Trying to work out which way I normally hold this thing. Tomorrow I'm going on a little excursion to my lovely paper crafting stockist because I need some more tape. And whilst I was just going to say, and whilst I don't need more vellum, I've only got 2 sheets left of 12 by 12, but I don't think I'll be buying vellum because it's not an essential. Oh, I better put one in the middle. for stability so it doesn't flap around. Bits in the bin as I'm going along. It's very hard to line up torn paper. Oh, it was a little bit bigger. I didn't realize that. Okay. Let's see how clever I can get here and tear this while they're together and glued. Are you going to do it for me or not? Tearing through the tape is not easy. I don't want to go all over the place. Let's see if, oh, that's better. Once you get it started and you've got something to grip onto, it's a lot easier. She says making a mess of it. That's okay. It's a torn edge. It's not meant to be tidy. I will just tear that little piece off there and this little bit there because they're going to annoy me. All right, now we've got little bluebirds on this, so let's get the blue ink. And I think I'll go the Faded Jeans. Okay, so inking around the edges. I wasn't going to ink these to start with, and then I looked at them and I thought they're awfully plain. They need some lifting up, so I thought, okay, I've got my minis, so let's get out them and have a crack at these. Put some colour around them, they look nice. And if you do both front and back, it just finishes it really, really well. I still feel really weird working with it, about 10 to 12 inches away from me because I like to work over my stuff. I'll get there, ladies, I'll get there, and gentlemen, of course. Because it's not only ladies who do crafting. I've seen some beautiful work done by men. Absolutely stunning stuff. Okay, oh, actually, we'll do the other little bits and pieces I've got over here while I've got the ink out. Take away a bit of that white edge. Because whilst it's pretty, the white edge is sometimes a hindrance. But I'm ever so grateful when I read that it's not always necessary to have something that is close quarters to the edge, because it's really, really hard to try and fussy cut around these individual little flowers. Quite painful, actually. This is a bit fiddly, but it will finish it off a little better than the other ones I've done already. What I will do is just do this one with you, and the others I will do, and I'll put photographs up at the end of the video so that you can see them done. Because it's now the time to finish all the things that I've got laying around, all these whips. Now this little saying came from a full sheet of sayings and text and words and stuff like that. It was double-sided with Grecian urns. And I'm just doing the colouring around the edge to take off the whiteness of the core of the paper, because it wasn't possible to do a solid sheet all the way through because you had the picture on one side and words on the other. So just take that whiteness off, and that's our colouring done for now. I'm trying to keep my table tidy when I'm working. It's not all that successful, but I'm slowly learning how to do it. You know, I've been crafting for all my life and I haven't learned how to put things away after I finish with them. It's ridiculous, but that's just me. Now, to help hold the vellum down, I'm going to put some lace on the top, and I'm just working out which is the right side and which is the wrong side. That's the right side. Now let's see if this glue has come down for me. Oh, it really doesn't want to go. Come on. This is something I'll have to get another bottle of tomorrow. It really is slow, which means that it's just about out. I took the top off. Oh, maybe I didn't take the little seal off altogether. I think I did. Yep, I got it all off, so where's the glue? I've had it sitting upside down like this for a few minutes before I turn the video on. Oh, there it is. Hooray. I had to smack its bottom. You're being naughty, so you got to smack. You realised you had work to do. It's that hard. I've got to use the two hands to push it down. Okay. Oh, that was a nice little thread of glue. The glue dries clear, but it also dries shiny. But that's okay, it'll look all right. Now I think while I've got the 450 in place, I will glue this bit along here as well. Oh, it really is being stubborn. I think so that I can use the last of this, I'm going to have to put some isopropyl in there to thin it down so that it comes down to the nozzle quickly. The isopropyl is medical alcohol, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll do that up now and leave it sitting up the right way. Didn't quite cut the lace long enough. So if I give it a bit of a stretch, it might help. Ah! Stuck to my finger. You clever little piece of lace. We won't let that happen again, will we? Okay, so that just changes that completely. That's lovely. All right, now to get the bits and pieces. Now that goes on last. This goes on next. Now just bring in my piece of cardboard so that I can use my glue stick. Little bit of collage always looks lovely. Now I can put that down next. That was good. Oh, I'm going to cover that up completely by this. Never mind. Still see a little bit of it down here. Yep. Looking good. I'm just mindful of where I glued earlier, so I don't want to get glue on the correct side of this. I'm hoping that the 450 is still a little damp under there, enough to grab the paper as well. Okay, that's wonderful. Now I'm just going to run over it with my bone folder just to make sure that it's all really tacked down nicely. Yep, that's working well. Okay, bone folder away. So that's the front done. I don't want to put anything down here with lace and all that sort of stuff. I think the top and bottom is enough. So let's do the postcard side. Now I've got two pens. I've got an 0.1 and 0.3. The 0.3 is what I use for the writing, and the 0.1 is what I use for the borders. Now it's just two little lines, nothing glamorous. And I take them right to the very edge of the paper, cross over the corners. And if it doesn't quite work up there, that's fine. Now, double checking that I've got it the right way up. Right, that's the top side. I am actually measuring this to 1 1/4 inches and about 1/8 of an inch out from the side. Why? Don't ask, I wouldn't have a clue. I just decided that it would look good with the little gap here. And the word postcard comes in about here. Yep. Now this piece of paper is 6 foot. It's 6 foot long. Okay, 6 inches. Let's try that one again, Ruth. So half of that is 3, so that'll come to there. And there, which will give us our division for our center line. Oh, here's the 0.3 for those. Okay, never mind. It's okay. It's all good. And there we go. Put that away, put it in the drawer. Oops, no, in the cupboard. Pens are away, inks are away. I'll leave that out to dry for a little bit longer. So this is the one we've made together this morning, and these are the ones that I made before. Let's put this one on top when I've done. Thank you so very, very much for coming to visit with me to watch this happen. I do love your company and I love your comments. I would love to have more comments. It is just wonderful when I see more than, 3 or 4. I'd like 6 or 7. That would be good to start with, wouldn't it? And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'm not always this calm, cool and collected. There are some nutty times in here as well. So with that, my darlings, I will love and leave you. I will catch up with you in the next video. Stay safe, keep crafting, and always smile. Bye-bye now. A little quick addition. I thought with the effort of making these things, I'd better use some straight away so that I'm justified in making them. So I'll just get my inks and my daubers out of the way so that I can move it up a little bit. Oh, whoopsie, nearly had an avalanche. That would crack up one of my granddaughters. The word avalanche just sends her into fits of laughter for some reason. Okay, let's find somewhere to put one of these. Have I got pockets ready to go? That's the next question. Could put that there as a flip out, couldn't I? That will fit nicely and still give me that gorgeous page there, although I don't like that because that then flaps in the open. No, I won't put it there. Whichever way I go, unless I put it on that side, so it opens out there so you've got some background to write on. That's busy there, so I don't want to, because that would make it very uneven to write on. Okay, I think this one. All right, so I'm going to need something to make a flap out of. This would go nicely, I think, because it'll highlight that little bit there, maybe. All right, so let's just tear an inch of this out, or an approximate inch. Give it a little fold. Bone folder. Now, I think I'll use double-sided tape on one side and then tacky glue on the serviette side. Okay, that works. That side goes to there. Okay, I got it worked out, I think. I hope, I pray. No, I've forgotten what I'm doing. That goes there. Think about this, Ruth. Think about it. It's there. And it opens up that way. Yeah. I've got my spiritual fingers crossed and my virtual fingers crossed and everything else crossed, hoping that I've got this right. So stick that there and yeah, I have. Whew. Thank goodness for that. Overthinking things sometimes is your worst enemy, and that's what I just did then. I was overthinking. Okay. Just leave that to dry for a minute and rescue that little piece of paper I put in the bin. if I can see it easily. No, I can't, so it's gone. Oh, well, because what I wanted to do is make a little tab for here so that when the book is being used, it can be seen that that one lifts away. Okay. Now if I put that there, yeah. And double-sided tape for this one all the way. No, I'll do it here. Because if I do it on the page, it's likely to get stuck. And then I'll have a great big hole, because napkins, when you separate them, well, it's not when you separate them, napkins are fragile. And if you stick something to it, it's there for good. Almost willing to bet London to a brick you can't see what I'm doing over there. Okay, so that is one used. And that can be written on quite nicely. Sweet, I like that. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Let's see if I can find a home for just one more. Just one more. In another signature. Let's do the back one for a change. Now, which one have I got next? I've got, let's go for one of the journaling card type ones if I've got a pocket for one of these. Let's investigate this, shall we? I don't think I've got any pockets ready. Especially not this far back in the book. But what I could do is I could pop one in there, and do I have a glide-on clip, an office clip? Let me check. Let me have a rumble around in here and see if I have a loose one. That would be awesome. Oh, I'm not liking my luck. Oh, drat. Well, that sucks. I normally have one or two floating around in my tray, but not today. Well, there goes that idea. Have to really have a think now. Thinking on the fly here. Where else do I stash them? Everywhere, everywhere. In my travel case, maybe. Let's pull that over and have a look in there. That's my travel case. There's my, no, that's my, oh, there might be one in the flower shapers. Let's have a look. All right. Oh, look. There's one, a tiny little one. Why are they in flower shapers? It's interesting. Okay, I'll have to sort through that box because that just doesn't look right. Okay, so we'll put this little one in here and call it a day, because otherwise I'm going to be sounding like a right dill. All right, my lovelies, that's it for now. I will definitely catch up with you later, but I feel satisfied now. I've used 2 of the ones that we've made, and I've still got a couple left to go. Okay, bye-bye.